I came from a family of six. My mom was a cleaner. My dad was a painter and decorator. So no sort of idea of going into law, but really wanting to progress in a way that meant we had more money, because essentially we didn't have any. We lived in a rented accommodation. It was very small. And so you just think, right, I want a better life. And so for me, I started thinking I would do something like, I was big into cooking and I like cooking even now. And I thought I'd go and get some A levels to go to the College of Food and Domestic Arts. It turns out that I needed 2 A levels for that. So I went to my FE college and got 3 A levels. And when I was there, I was thinking, well, actually, if I tried for a career that was going to be something more long term, or something that might give me the means, to earn more or whatever it might be. And my parents were sort of, you go to work, you go to college, that will allow that, but we're not really into this university thing, that
Right.
3 years when you're not working, you're not earning, you're not bringing money into the house.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I'm going to have to do a degree that makes them think I'll do something and I will earn money eventually. So
Yeah.
I chose law for that very reason. So I wasn't watching some great TV program that inspired me, unfortunately. I just literally thought, what can I do to convince my mom that this is an okay thing to do? And went off and studied law, and I really found I enjoyed employment law, and started at the law firm that I'm at now. Long story short, doing employment law and building my practice really, and having a diversity and inclusion emphasis to my practice as well. Did a lot of discrimination type cases, did my own advocacy because I enjoyed that in court. And then I ended up leading the employment group across the UK. And it was that got me sort of noticed, I suppose, from the management level. And they asked me to run the UK business about 2.5 years later, which was the whole of the 7 offices across the UK.
Great.
And then two or 3 years after that, the CEO asked me to join as executive to become the managing director for Europe, running several countries and not just one. So it's a long way of saying, so from the Brummie girl from Birmingham whose parents didn't want her to go to university, is now running half of an international law firm. So